security, and stability. Indeed, the safest country in West Africa. Legitimate investments are protected. We are a country where the principles of democratic accountability and respect for the rule of law, individual liberties, and human rights are now firmly entrenched in our body politic, and where the separation of powers involving the operation of an independent judiciary is real in promoting accountable governance under the rule of law. We have resolved to build a progressive and prosperous country and are drawing inspiration from the success story of countries around the world. We have also decided to walk hand in hand with the private sector and the business community in this journey. That is why we have worked hard these past 3 years to turn the corner and return to the high periods of growth which characterized my first term in office, when we were consistently amongst the highest growing economies in the world. Our goal is to make our economy in Ghana the most business-friendly economy in Africa. It is an exciting time to be in Ghana and to do business in the country. And I would urge the business community in Austria to take advantage of the growing business-friendly climate in the country to invest in Ghana. You can choose to invest in Ghana through the Ghana Investment Promotion Center or set up a free zones enterprise. Regardless of where the investment is, government has instituted a number of incentives for the investor, depending on the nature of the activity or the location of the investment. We are reviving the Africa Rising narrative, of which Ghana was the poster boy. We're determined this time to make it irreversible, and we welcome your contribution.
14% of Ghana's government are women. Ghana's human rights profile has noted that women have been threatened and intimidated from running for office. Beating women in marriage and relationships is also common practice, even though Ghanaians will deny this. Journalists in Ghana have been detained, arrested without charges, beaten physically and punished for writing and reporting on corruption and issues involving government. Not to mention the decades-long Boko civil war in Ghana's northern region. The two
I tell you, I bring you to come and fix the road. It doesn't look, you don't need to. And then you have a problem. You don't need to. And declaring a rule is a problem. It's cheap person.
northern region, Sierra Leone was named most peaceful country in West Africa. Ghana dropped to 4th in 2023. Their news even reported this. They have several human rights violations, especially when it comes to freedom of the press. The 2019 year of return was a scam. He even noted that he wanted to build Ghana's tourism industry. Only 200 hand-picked Black Americans were chosen. Out of them, only 120 actually received their citizenship. 60 were left and wondering why. I've spoken to 2 of them. Over the last 3 years they've been asked for more money, told to come back to Ghana 3 times and still didn't receive their citizenship. Ghana immigrations officers will most times scam Black Americans, making them sign a fake marriage certificate claiming they're married to a random Ghanaian. Some immigration officers even will set you up with their friends or family members. They then overcharge you for everything, and every year you renew you will be asked for more bribery money because you and them are now breaking the law in Ghana. On the Gender Index scale, Ghana is ranked 100 out of 146 countries. The rest of West African countries falls much worse than Ghana. Many Black Americans don't remain in Ghana full-time. Some coming and going, only staying for months at a time. Some are making money from pushing for tourism to Ghana. They start tour agencies and try to make money off of social media as they have no other means to earn money in Ghana. Some will threaten you for making any negative posts about Ghana, even though it's only 40% developed and the roads are seriously in need of repair, with the Ghana Lands Minister reporting that 27% of the roads are paved and 73% are in need of paving or repair. This is nothing to lie about. People will see this if they travel around the country. Ghana is set up like post-slavery United States. People live in segregated communities and there is a deep divide. I didn't have money to live in these places. I lived with everyday working Ghanaians. Some were even fraudsters, sex workers, Bolt Foods drivers, street hawkers, and these were the people I could afford to live with, and I didn't mind it one bit. However, they refused to believe that I was not a white person, and that was the sad part. I was always overcharged and sometimes refused service. A Bolt driver refused to speak to me. Before I got into the car, he kept asking the Ghanaian standing near me where I was going. He was a model working for the owner I was renting from. He told the driver several times he was not with me and didn't know where I was going. When I got into the car, I asked the driver why he wasn't asking where I was going. He didn't reply. I asked again. He turned the key and says, "I hate you people." I said, "Who are my people?" I asked twice. Then I realized, "Oh, you think I am white?" I then laughed and he turned, looked me up and down with huge eyes and said, "Get the fuck out of my car." I have heard many you bad language but never curse at me using the F word. I have many stories and photos of being stopped by police and immigration because of my skin being lighter, and they've all asked for bribery money too. It is nothing you can do about it either. I'll make another video on the racism towards non-white people, or the way many lighter-skinned blacks with American accents are called "vu," dirty tricky dog, meaning white person, as well as the colorism. They call each other who are darker in skin. MPs St. George said politicians are corrupt because the average Ghanaian is corrupted and they're representing corrupted individuals. That's when politicians are corrupt, and he's correct. The UK High Commission has even spoken about the culture of fraud and corruption being normalized in Ghana. It's not just the government, it's the people. Romans scams are on the rise too. You can Google all this information too. Don't just take my word for it. Do your research and ask someone privately. Remember, Black American, you are an immigrant and a foreigner, especially in Ghana.
Film it.